Archangel Michael says, this is the moment you never expected, the one carefully hidden in shadows until tonight. A forgotten relative has left behind something so vast it shakes the walls of destiny. $25 million are waiting, but only if you act before silence swallows the chance. You are holding this message like a fragile flame in the wind. The air itself bends as though it carries whispers from beyond, urging you to open quickly. Delay for even 1 second, and the chains of secrecy will tighten until nothing remains but regret. Some truths are buried in silence, wrapped in the dust of family stories no one dared to tell. This truth was locked away in vaults of time, concealed by those who never wanted you to know. But now the seal has cracked open, and your name glows across it like fire. The money is not just currency, it is weight, history, blood, and the aching voices of generations. They placed this fortune under your name, hidden so carefully that only Archangel Michael himself could carry it to you. The window is short, and the demand is simple: open now. Type Amen to get blessing 333. The shadows move when you hesitate, almost as if they want you to ignore this. Somewhere, unseen eyes watch whether you scroll past or pause in disbelief. Their hope is that you delay long enough for the inheritance to slip through cracks. But tonight is not theirs to win. Tonight belongs to you, and the ink of destiny has already written your signature. What was once hidden cannot be taken from you if you choose to embrace it. $25 million sounds like a dream carved in impossible light. Yet here it stands, real, waiting, humming like thunder in the marrow of your bones. Only by opening this will it descend into your life. And still, silence is dangerous. Silence steals everything meant for you. If you wait, if you doubt, you will lose what has been crying for you across eternity. Type Amen to get blessing 444. The letter existed for decades, buried beneath false names and closed doors. Relatives you never met fought silently over this wealth, but none of them could claim it. It had been locked to you alone, and no one else. Archangel Michael says, this inheritance is the proof of blood calling through time. Your forgotten relative chose you, not them, because your soul carried light they never saw. That choice is irreversible, but fragile if ignored. They knew you would reach this point, the moment when everything around you feels heavy with endings. They knew only urgency would pierce through the noise of daily life. So they left you not only money, but a command: open without hesitation. Now, the screen itself feels alive. It burns with the demand of destiny, daring you not to walk away. For if you do, the vault will close, and it will close forever. Type Amen to get blessing 555. The truth is trembling in front of you. You can feel it in your chest, the pull of something immense pressing against your ribs. This is not coincidence, it is arrival. Someone in heaven already knows you have read this. They begged Archangel Michael to deliver it into your hands before the hour strikes. They are crying for you not to miss this chance. Every coin of this fortune carries a memory. Some are tears of sacrifice, others are victories no one told you about. All of it was destined to fall upon your shoulders. The fortune is more than wealth, it is restoration. It is your name cleared, your future widened, your path glowing with certainty. And you must not let anyone steal it by convincing you to ignore this. Type Amen to get blessing 666. The secret has been locked in silence, but silence cannot survive forever. Tonight the seal is broken, and every second that passes pulls you closer to the truth. You are the chosen heir, and no one can take this from you if you claim it now. Whispers ride through the air like echoes from a hidden chamber. The fortune has been guarded in vaults, tied to your name with unshakable chains of destiny. All that remains is your willingness to step forward. Archangel Michael says, the delay of years was not punishment but protection. Others wanted to twist this inheritance for themselves, but heaven shielded it. That is why you were never told until tonight. This message itself is the final key, the last lock broken in your favor. Once opened, the weight of $25 million will no longer be a dream but a fact written into your life. Do not look away now, for the final moment has arrived. Type Amen to get blessing 777. The forgotten relative had foresight sharper than a blade. They knew enemies would circle, they knew silence was safer than speech. So they wrote your name in hidden records and left you as the last light of their legacy. The fortune is not random, it is blood calling blood. It has traveled across time, waiting in the shadows of history for your hands. The moment you claim it, the circle closes. The air tonight carries the weight of decisions. The choice feels invisible, but the outcome will roar across your life like thunder. Accept it and you step into wealth, deny it and emptiness swallows what was yours. The number 25 million is not coincidence, it is designed. It balances the debts of the past with the miracles of the future. That is why this amount, and no other, was left for you. Type Amen to get blessing 888. Silence may seem safer, but silence kills opportunities. Archangel Michael has fought to pierce the silence so that you may finally hear. He does not want you to wake tomorrow and realize the treasure vanished. Your forgotten relative begged from heaven for this hour to come. They knew only Archangel Michael could deliver such urgency. And now, through this message, their voice trembles at your ear. The vault is more than steel and locks. It is spiritual, it binds to faith, it responds to action. One movement from you can unseal it. Every second you linger, shadows try to weave doubt into your heart. But you cannot let them win. You must step forward with certainty. Type Amen to get blessing 999. The inheritance has slept in darkness for too long. It beats like a hidden drum inside the walls of time, waiting for your touch to awaken it. Tonight is the night it finally breathes. You can feel the pressure rising around you. The atmosphere thickens as if the world itself holds its breath. The moment is trembling on the edge of collapse, and only you can catch it. This is not rumor, nor is it fiction. Your forgotten relatives sealed their will with unbreakable force. The numbers etched, $25,000,000, were never an accident. Archangel Michael says, the energy of this fortune is ready to move. It waits like a river held behind gates, desperate to flood into your life. Open this moment, and the gates break free. Type Amen to get blessing 111. They wanted you to be surprised, to know that miracles strike when least expected. That is why this message was delayed until now. The weight of destiny is always sudden. Your life has been full of struggles, but every struggle was a stepping stone. They led you to this exact night, where wealth larger than dreams stands before you. The inheritance was tailored to meet those years of pain. No one else can claim this, it is yours alone. The will carried your bloodline signature. Heaven itself locked it to your name. The paper where your name was written glowed when Michael touched it. It lit up like burning gold, undeniable, unstoppable. He knew then the time had come. Type Amen to get blessing 222. The enemies of your family thought the fortune was gone. They whispered lies, closed doors, and silenced records. But the truth is louder than their greed. Now, silence breaks open. The truth falls heavy, impossible to ignore. You stand at the edge of wealth so vast it can transform everything you know. Do not let fear stop you. Fear is the thief of miracles. Faith is the hand that unlocks vaults. And now, Archangel Michael watches over your choice. He does not demand, but he delivers the final warning: delay is destruction. Action is inheritance. Type Amen to get blessing 333. The forgotten relative carried secrets no one dared to speak. They walked through life leaving trails of mystery, and you were chosen as the final keeper. That choice is now opening in front of you. The weight of $25 million is not only financial. It is spiritual, karmic, and ancestral. It pulls with the gravity of generations behind it. You may feel the tension in your chest rising. That is the energy of destiny pressing against your spirit. It calls to you louder than the noise around you. Archangel Michael says, once this door opens, no one can shut it again. This is the final seal, and it belongs to you. Do not hesitate. Type Amen to get blessing 444. This inheritance was hidden like buried treasure. For decades, no one could find the map, because it was never meant for them. It was carved only for your footsteps. The shadows of envy and greed circled the edges. They tried to erase your name, but heaven's ink cannot be erased. Your identity has been engraved into the will of destiny. Every delay was not failure, but timing. Heaven waited until your heart was ready to carry the weight. Now the time has reached its climax. The screen in front of you is not just words. It is the glowing key. It burns with urgency, because the vault is trembling on the edge of opening. Type Amen to get blessing 555. Your forgotten relative whispers through the silence even now. They left behind wealth not only to restore you, but to heal what was broken in your family. You are the last answer to their prayer. The inheritance is a chain of light. Each dollar carries a spark from the past. Together, they shine into your future. Others may never understand why you were chosen. That is why you must not speak of it to anyone. Silence guards your miracle. But inside you, truth knows. Your soul recognizes the call of abundance. It is the same fire your ancestor carried until their last breath. Type Amen to get blessing 666. The weight of destiny presses heavier with every word you read. This is not an ordinary message, it is a chain of events unlocking in real time. The inheritance pulses like a hidden heartbeat waiting to join yours. The forgotten relative left signs no one noticed. Their journals, their letters, their final words, all hinted at you. But only now does the meaning rise clearly. This is why you were restless these past nights. Something in the air pulled you toward this moment. The alignment is not coincidence, it is precision. Archangel Michael says. Heaven's archives recorded this promise the day you were born. Your name glows beside the number $25 million, like fire etched into stone. No force can deny it now. Type Amen to get blessing 777. The message itself is alive. It vibrates with urgency, demanding your spirit to pay attention. Ignoring it would be like turning away from lightning when it strikes at your feet. The inheritance carries not only wealth but healing. It clears debts unseen, breaks curses unspoken, and repairs the bloodline's wounds. You are the vessel chosen to carry that restoration. Every shadow that tried to block this moment is trembling. They know their power ends here. What they once hid has already surfaced. The air tonight is charged with electricity. You feel it in your skin, in the rhythm of your breath. This is the atmosphere of miracles. Type Amen to get blessing 888. The forgotten relative had no reason to leave this fortune to anyone else. They trusted only you, because their soul recognized your light. That trust is sealed inside the inheritance. It was not chance, it was design. Their spirit whispered your name with their final breath. That whisper traveled across heaven until it reached Michael. And now, Michael stands here, pushing this message into your hands. He will not let you miss it, unless you choose to close your eyes. The power remains in your choice. But know this, choice is time-sensitive. The vault breathes like a living being, and its heartbeat slows with every hesitation. To act is to live. Type Amen to get blessing 999. The silence around you is not empty, it is heavy with waiting voices. Generations of your bloodline are watching, their hopes tied to this one moment. You are the bridge between their sacrifice and tomorrow's abundance. The forgotten relative was never absent, they were watching from above. They carried secrets no one else was strong enough to hold. Now those secrets fall into your hands as treasure. Every moment you hesitate, shadows tighten around the fortune. But your name shines too brightly for them to claim it. This is why the message reached you at the final hour. Archangel Michael says, the fortune is vibrating like thunder behind closed doors. One touch, one act of faith, and the walls will break. This is the last warning before time runs out. Type Amen to get blessing 111. The number 25 million is not just wealth, it is alignment. It balances your struggles, multiplies your victories, and prepares the stage for what comes next. It is the number that was always written for you. This inheritance is not the kind you can divide or share. It belongs only to your path. That is why secrecy surrounds it like armor. You have been underestimated by many. They thought miracles would never find you. Yet tonight, heaven proves them wrong. Every second is proof that delay is dangerous. The fortune breathes only for the one who claims it now. That one is you. Type Amen to get blessing 222. The vault is spiritual first, physical second. It responds to faith, not hesitation. That is why Michael pushes you with such force tonight. The forgotten relative placed your name in silence to protect it. They trusted only heaven to deliver it when the time was safe. Tonight, that safety has come to an end, the seal must break. Already the shadows know something is shifting. They feel the light piercing through the cracks. They tremble because they cannot hold what was never theirs. Your pulse quickens because your soul recognizes the truth. This is not illusion, this is inheritance. It was meant, it was chosen, it is here. Type Amen to get blessing 333. The inheritance is alive inside the silence, waiting for the one touch that sets it free. You are standing on the edge of that release, closer than anyone ever was. The moment stretches in front of you like a door trembling on its hinges. The forgotten relative carried this weight across their final years. They could not trust it to strangers, nor to family poisoned by greed. Only you had the light to guard it. When the will was sealed, your name burned across the page like a secret brand. No lawyer, no judge, no enemy could erase it. Heaven protected it until tonight. Archangel Michael says, if you hesitate, the fortune folds back into darkness. If you open now, the 25 million flows into your life like fire into dry wood. The choice has never been more urgent. Type Amen to get blessing 444. The silence of your room hides a storm. The storm is not outside, it is around the inheritance, circling, pressing, waiting to see if you claim it. The shadows are desperate, because they know the moment of release is here. You can feel your breath tighten. That is not fear, it is recognition. Your spirit knows the weight of truth when it lands. This money was never meant to be ordinary wealth. It is a bridge between your bloodline and your destiny. It carries the prayers of generations forward. The night itself bends with urgency. Every sound fades, every second burns, because time is almost gone. And only your action can decide the ending. Type Amen to get blessing 555. Your forgotten relative speaks through silence even now. Their words echo from beyond, saying, do not let this vanish. Their love for you sealed the inheritance against all betrayal. The vault is real, but it is hidden in dimensions no thief can touch. It responds only to the rightful heir. That heir is you, and no one else. If you walk away now, the shadows will rejoice. They will smother the fortune, laughing as silence wins. But you will carry the regret forever. If you step forward, light breaks through the cracks. The $25 million will pour like a flood into your life. It will be unstoppable, undeniable, unbreakable. Type Amen to get blessing 666. The inheritance carries not just wealth but a new identity. Once you receive it, doors will open that you never imagined. Paths will clear, and obstacles will fall. Your enemies will not understand how you rose so suddenly. They will whisper, they will envy, they will burn with confusion. But they cannot touch what heaven sealed. This fortune was not meant to be spoken aloud. That is why silence surrounds it like armor. But tonight, silence is broken. Michael himself forced the seal open for your eyes only. He fought through shadows that blocked this message 4 times. Yet still, the truth reached you. Type Amen to get blessing 777. The forgotten relatives saw a future they would never live to touch. They left behind this treasure as a torch for you to carry. That torch is blazing at your feet tonight. The fortune is more than numbers, it is a roar of destiny. It hums like thunder waiting to explode. Your spirit already hears its rhythm. Others wanted this secret buried. They whispered lies, they spread confusion, they erased records. But heaven never allowed their plan to succeed. Archangel Michael says, the inheritance is shaking, begging to be claimed. Do not let hesitation choke this moment. The door is wide open, but only for a breath of time. Type Amen to get blessing 888. The vault breathes like a living being. It opens only to your name, only to your touch. No one else can step into it. This is why secrecy matters. The message warned you not to tell anyone. Silence is your shield until the fortune lands fully in your hands. Your forgotten relative trusted you with their life's work. They believed you would honor it, guard it, and use it with wisdom. That faith is why your name was written in the will. The message is burning with urgency because time is collapsing. Tonight is the turning point, either abundance or emptiness. The choice has never been sharper. Type Amen to get blessing 999. The inheritance is tied to your heartbeat. As long as you acknowledge it, the connection grows stronger. If you turn away, it begins to fade. The forgotten relative fought hard for this. Even after death, their spirit cried for Michael to deliver it. That cry has echoed across heaven until now. Your silence can either honor them or betray them. The inheritance is their final gift, their last voice to you. Accepting it honors their sacrifice. Shadows will try to confuse you, whispering that this is not real. But you already know it in your soul. The pull is too strong to deny. Type Amen to get blessing 111. The inheritance is pulsing in silence, but silence cannot hold it much longer. It waits for the rightful heir, and the rightful heir is you. The night itself bends under the weight of this truth. Your forgotten relatives sealed this treasure with unshakable faith. They knew enemies would circle, so they left no trace for them to follow. Only Archangel Michael could carry the final key. The message reaches you not by accident, but by design. Every delay, every obstacle, was only proof of its importance. And now the final barrier has fallen. Archangel Michael says, destiny has waited long enough. The time to claim this is now. The vault is trembling with your name. Type Amen to get blessing 222. The fortune was not left for greed but for restoration. It was meant to heal the wounds of your bloodline. It was meant to crown you with the honor long denied. This money carries not just gold but memory. Each coin vibrates with the prayers of the past. Together, they rise like a choir of voices calling your name. You are not here by chance. Every path you walked, every pain you survived, was part of this design. It was all leading you to tonight. Your forgotten relative knew you would face doubt. That is why they tied your name with heaven's seal. It cannot be broken by human hands. Type Amen to get blessing 333. The shadows whisper because they fear what you are about to unlock. They know that once you claim this, their hold ends. They scatter in fear when your light grows. This inheritance will not just change your life, it will change your lineage. It will ripple across generations still unborn. You are the starting point of that wave. The 25 million is a number of destiny. It was calculated to match the depth of sacrifice and the scale of your calling. Nothing more, nothing less. The urgency is not random. It is the ticking of heaven's clock. If you miss it, the silence swallows everything. Type Amen to get blessing 444. The fortune is not sleeping anymore, it is awake, breathing with urgency. It knows the hour is late, and it presses against the veil of silence. You are the one it has been waiting for. The forgotten relative walked through their life carrying a secret weight. They smiled through storms but held back the truth. That truth is exploding into your world tonight. Every moment you delay feels like a stone sinking into water. The deeper it sinks, the harder it is to recover. That is why the message burns with demand. Archangel Michael says, hesitation is the only enemy left. The shadows cannot stop you, but your own silence could. You must act before the window slams shut. Type Amen to get blessing 555. The inheritance is more than paper and ink. It is written in light across heaven's records. No force on earth can erase it. Your forgotten relative made sacrifices so this would reach you. They gave up comfort, friendships, even their peace, just to guard the treasure. Their trust in you was absolute. And now, the chain of silence is finally broken. It cracks like glass under the weight of destiny. You are the one chosen to step forward. This is why your heart races as you read. It is not fear, it is recognition. Your soul already knows the truth. Type Amen to get blessing 666. The vault is alive, waiting for your command. It pulses like a heartbeat locked behind steel. Every second of hesitation slows that pulse. But the moment you claim it, the pulse will roar. The doors will burst open, and the flood of wealth will pour into your life. Nothing can resist that release. Others tried to change the will. They erased names, they forged lies, they covered tracks. But heaven laughed, for your name was carved beyond their reach. The forgotten relative smiles from above, knowing the cycle is almost complete. Their love for you could not be silenced. Their trust in you could not be stolen. Type Amen to get blessing 777. The inheritance presses against the veil like fire behind glass. It wants to break through, but it waits for your touch. Your name is the key, and nothing else can unlock it. Your forgotten relative walked through years of silence to protect this truth. They endured betrayal, envy, and greed, but they never surrendered your portion. Their loyalty lives inside this fortune. Every dollar carries the weight of memory. It is not cold currency, it is the living voice of your ancestors. It is the roar of generations converging on you. Archangel Michael says, the time for silence is gone. The vault is shaking, trembling with power. If you wait, the door will close forever. Type Amen to get blessing 888. The night bends differently around you now. The air feels charged, as though unseen wings brush past. That is because Michael is standing near, guiding you. Your forgotten relative whispers from the other side. Their voice is faint, but it carries love deeper than oceans. They beg you not to miss this chance. The fortune does not only belong to you, it depends on you. Without your claim, it dissolves into silence. But with your claim, it manifests in full glory. Shadows tremble because they know their hold is ending. They cannot stop the inheritance, but they hope you delay. Delay is their last weapon. Type Amen to get blessing 999. The will was signed in secrecy, guarded by silence thicker than stone. Yet silence was never meant to last forever. Tonight, the seal has cracked. You are not here by mistake. You were guided to this moment by every twist of destiny. Even your struggles were stepping stones leading here. The forgotten relative knew you would carry this weight with honor. They trusted your spirit more than anyone alive. That trust is the foundation of this gift. And now, the $25 million glows in the darkness like fire. It does not belong to the shadows. It belongs to you. Type Amen to get blessing 111. The inheritance is glowing brighter with every breath you take. It is no longer hidden, no longer silent. It is calling you louder than ever before. Your forgotten relative gave their last strength to protect this gift. They guarded it from greedy hands and false tongues. They left it sealed until heaven chose the right moment. That moment is now. You are the rightful heir, the chosen keeper, the one written in their final will. No other name carries the same weight. Archangel Michael says, the hourglass is nearly empty. The grains of time fall faster than your heartbeat. Act now, or the vault will vanish into silence. Type Amen to get blessing 222. The night has shifted around you. Even the silence feels alive, as though listening to your choice. Heaven is holding its breath for your decision. Every delay feels like chains tightening. The shadows want you to hesitate because hesitation feeds them. But your destiny starves them the moment you step forward. Your forgotten relative smiles through tears from above. Their final wish is reaching its fulfillment. Their trust in you is almost complete. The $25 million is not just wealth, it is destiny carved into numbers. It carries your signature even before you touch it. That is why no force on earth can deny it. Type Amen to get blessing 333. The vault itself trembles with light. It recognizes your presence, your spirit, your name. The key is already in your hands. Your forgotten relative left warnings in their final writings. They knew greed would circle like wolves. But they trusted heaven's timing would protect you. Every tear they cried has now transformed into fortune. Every sacrifice they made has become this inheritance. It is love converted into abundance. And now, Michael stands at your side, urging you with urgency. He will not let you forget this night. He will not let you walk away blind. Type Amen to get blessing 444. The inheritance waits like a flame behind a locked door. It grows hotter every second, pressing against the walls that contain it. You are the one meant to break that barrier. Your forgotten relative saw this night in their final vision. They trusted only heaven to deliver the key. That trust is the reason your name shines brighter than all others. Every step of your life has been leading you here. Even your struggles were markers on the map. You walked through fire so you could stand ready for this gift. Archangel Michael says, hesitation is betrayal, but action is destiny. The 25 million is tied to your heartbeat. Claim it before the last second disappears. Type Amen to get blessing 555. The night carries the hum of urgency. You can feel it in your skin, in the rhythm of your breath. The world bends toward you because it knows what is about to arrive. Your forgotten relative whispers across the silence. Their love flows with every word, urging you to accept the gift. They did not endure sacrifice for nothing. The vault is not ordinary. It opens with faith, not keys of metal. Only the rightful heir can touch its seal. And tonight, that heir is you. Your name was carved in light, not ink. The shadows cannot erase what heaven has written. Type Amen to get blessing 666. The inheritance is more than wealth, it is restoration. It repairs what was broken, heals what was lost, and crowns what was forgotten. You are the vessel chosen to carry it. The forgotten relative carried this secret through storms of betrayal. They never let go of your name. Even when others tried to steal, they resisted until their final breath. That resistance is why you stand here now. They gave everything so you could have this moment. Their trust is written across the fortune itself. Archangel Michael surrounds you with wings of urgency. He knows the final seconds are slipping. He will not let you lose unless you close your eyes. Type Amen to get blessing 777. The inheritance burns like a hidden fire under the silence. It grows stronger the more you read, demanding to be released. You can almost feel its weight pressing against your hands. Your forgotten relative left this gift with careful precision. They erased every trail so greedy eyes could not find it. Only your spirit carried the key. For years, the vault has waited untouched. Its heartbeat was faint, but tonight it beats louder than thunder. It is ready to open. Archangel Michael says, the hour is no longer in waiting. The decision must be made before silence consumes everything. The $25 million is vibrating with your name. Type Amen to get blessing 888. The night feels heavier now, as though unseen eyes watch your choice. But do not fear, the shadows cannot steal what heaven sealed. They can only whisper doubt. Your forgotten relative speaks beyond the veil, their words trembling with urgency. They beg you not to delay. Their love shines brighter than the silence around you. The inheritance is sacred because it is tied to destiny. It does not belong to the greedy, nor to the envious. It belongs to you, and only you. The vault trembles like a mountain about to split. The fortune is alive, waiting to be claimed. Time ticks faster with each passing breath. Type Amen to get blessing 999. The message is not an accident, it is prophecy fulfilled. It was written that you would see this at the exact right hour. You are standing at the edge of that prophecy. The forgotten relative knew you might doubt. That is why they tied your name to Michael's hands. Heaven itself delivered this truth to you. The $25 million is not only wealth, it is justice. It balances the scales for everything you endured. It is the crown you were always meant to wear. And now, silence cannot hold it any longer. The gift is breaking free, ready to crash into your life like a flood. The choice is yours alone. Type Amen to get blessing 111.